This video shows a standard car parked on the side of the road in the middle of the day. However, this video takes a significantly more drastic turn in just a moment as out of nowhere, a massive truck turns the corner and loses a tire while doing so, which just so happens to roll directly toward the car that's parked on the road, causing some pretty bad damage to it in the process. In 1986, a nuclear reactor ended up exploding in Ukraine, which was still a part of the Soviet Union at the time. The blast blew off a 2,000-ton lid off the reactor and sent out 400 times more of a radioactive fallout than the Hiroshima bomb. About 600,000 people were exposed to high doses of radiation, and more than 350,000 people were evacuated. The incident killed more than 30 operators and firefighters within 3 months. 237,000 people were diagnosed with acute radiation syndrome, with some dying in a few weeks. On April 22, 2011, a powerful E4 tornado touched down in the St. Louis, Missouri metropolitan area. 177-mile-per-hour winds were reported. This was the strongest tornado to hit St. Louis since 1967. Along its 21-mile journey, the tornado made its way to an airport nearby, and this security camera video shows the terrifying moment it approached. This video shows some of the most terrifying videos that were filmed during the Beirut explosion that occurred on August 4th, 2020. The scary incident took the lives of 218 people and caused more than 7,000 injuries. A 45-year-old man in Bangkok was trying to enjoy some late-night television at home when he suddenly started to hear some strange hissing noises coming from his walls. He got up immediately, freaked, and called for some help. A rescuer came and decided to break the plasterboard wall. What came out of it shocked everyone. A gigantic snake was inside the walls for who knows how long. The snake was promptly removed from the man's house. This next video shows yet another video that was taken during the aforementioned Beirut explosion. It's hard not to watch videos like these and imagine just how terrifying it must have been to be so close to such a deadly explosion. Two bikers were pedaling along outside, trying to make the most of the hot summer day. The two made their way through a condensed forest that looked to be quite normal. However, out of nowhere, a tiger can be seen running as fast as it can right toward the two bikers, doing its best to make them its next meal. Thankfully though, due to some quick thinking from the bikers and some fast feet, they were both able to make it out of that area in one piece, living to tell the tale. Shanghai, China, the fourth largest province in the country by landmass, got hit by a humongous hailstorm on August 9, 2022. The stones were absolutely massive and ended up landing on several people, tents, cars, and crops. Take a look at these videos that show the hailstorm in all its chaotic glory. This next clip takes place in Toronto, Ontario, and shows dashcam footage of a driver reversing his vehicle out of his driveway on a cold, rainy day, before the unthinkable happened. Next to his house, one of his neighbor's homes can be seen exploding within the blink of an eye. Absolutely horrifying. In the spring of 2013, a massive flood in Illinois topped 70-year-old records, damaging 200 homes and buildings. This shocking video coming from an elementary school in the area shows the moment the flood entered the school, causing tons of panic and fear to set into the hearts of both students and teachers alike. September 2nd, 2014, 3 men escaped from a Chinese prison. All 3 of the men were in prison for violent crimes, including murder. One of them even got sentenced to the death penalty. One of the guards in this security camera video is escorting one of the 3 men to make a phone call, and once inside, began to attack one of the guards. Police offered a $20,000 reward for any information on the men. All 3 men were quickly recaptured within 10 days of their escape. Two of the 3 men were sentenced to death, and the other was sentenced to life in prison. Take a look at this shocking footage that shows the moment in which the massive 1959 rocket Titan, which cost $12.6 million, erupts into flames almost immediately, before even taking off. This worker at a liquor store is stocking up the shelves just like his job duties require him to. However, what initially looks to be a job well done quickly turns into a potential firing as the employee accidentally causes the entire shelf adorned with expensive wine to collapse to the ground, despite his best efforts to hold it upright. In the early 1900s, San Francisco had to endure one of the most powerful, costly earthquakes to ever hit a major metropolitan area. On April 18, 1906, a huge 7.9 earthquake hit the city, and although it only lasted a minute, the impact of the quake was definitely felt. This video shows a man exploring the Paris catacombs, which is a place infamously known for causing people to get lost. They're pretty much the most complex series tunnels in the world. You probably shouldn't explore this tunnel without experience. The man can be seen panicking as he's lost. The man was never found, but the camera was. No one knows if the man ever got out. In 2009, 31-year-old Tori T. Smith was arrested for aggravated battery on her boyfriend. She was then brought into a New Orleans jail for processing. However, she only spent about 2 hours in the building before she found a bold way to escape. This piece of security camera footage shows a guard entering the jail, slowly closing the door behind him. But he did not end up locking the door. And when he exits through another door, a moment later, he doesn't lock that one either. Out of frame, Tori saw what just happened and asked if she could go to the bathroom. Take a look at her breezy escape that nobody notices. Proton M rocket from 2013 cost $65 million. This video shows the rocket taking off with the potential to enter space, looking quite promising for the first little while of the footage. However, before the rocket is able to break into space, it suddenly shatters into countless pieces. This next piece of footage comes to us from somewhere in India and shows a huge crowd of people gathering around outside, obviously interested in something that's going on down the street, just across from them. Initially, it isn't clear what they are all gathering around to look at, but in just a moment, we see an ordinary-looking house suddenly erupt into flames before it eventually explodes, leaving debris and smoke everywhere. On April 29, 2022, Andover, Kansas, an EF3 tornado struck just outside City Hall, which ended up getting shown on this scary video. Watch as it can be seen forming into something truly catastrophic. It traveled 12.5 miles for over 21 minutes, causing incredible amounts of damage to buildings in the area. This video was filmed on someone's phone who was attempting to film a piece of security camera footage on a screen at their place of work, which, as you can see, is a warehouse of some sort. The video shows one of the workers moving around carefully in a forklift, trying to do their job right. However, after using the forklift to pick an object up, it tilts over and ends up spilling all over the man in the forklift, causing a huge mess to be left at the end. This next video comes from India and shows a snake rescuer who definitely had quite the scare when he went in to get rid of a snake from this person's house that was hiding out in the bathroom. The rescuer initially thought the snake would be something ordinary, but upon arrival, he noticed just how difficult this snake would be to rescue. Gratefully though, after a bit of struggle with the snake, the rescuers eventually able to safely remove it from the home. On October 30th, 1961, a specially equipped bomber flew toward Novaya Zemlya, a remote island that was used for nuclear tests. It was accompanied by a plane that was equipped with a camera. Attached to the other side was a thermonuclear bomb. Star Bomb's yield is estimated to have 37 megatons. When the gigantic bomb was detonated, it was so powerful that it destroyed absolutely everything within a 2-mile radius. Trap Province in Thailand is the easternmost region along the Gulf and is one of the wettest places in the entire country. It receives more than 177 inches of rain every single year. On August 7, 2022, a tropical storm erupted for several hours, which caused the soil beneath this home belonging to some Buddhist monks to weaken. A driver's going down the highway at a normal pace, just like you'd see on any ordinary day out on the road in this video. But things are about to take quite a drastic turn in just a matter of seconds. The big red bus that's driving along in the farthest left lane on the highway suddenly loses one of its tires, which then rolls into the furthest right lane. Before the driver in that lane has any time to brake, he collides right into it, causing immense damage to his vehicle as shown here. In March of 2022, the usually scorching hot Texas was getting a bit wetter than usual, as was subject to see many storms. A blizzard even rocked the area, which shocked absolutely everyone. On March 21st, a tornado touched down near the small city of Jacksboro, and it was only one of 10. This one, however, grew to reach EF3 status, the winds of 140 to 150 miles per hour being reported. This piece of security camera footage that was released by the Jacksboro Independent School District showcases the moment in which the tornado struck. Take a look at the haunting piece of footage. In Hurst, Texas, we watch a piece of dashcam footage of a police officer arriving onto the scene of this house, where we can see a man simply standing in front of some trees with a hood pulled up over his face, seemingly not wanting to be bothered. As several police officers slowly start to descend on the house, the place suddenly erupts into a massive explosion, throwing debris in every direction. (1958's Juno 2 rocket cost $10.83 million. This video shows the rocket taking off with the potential to enter space, looking good. However, before the rocket's able to break into space, it suddenly shatters into countless pieces. This next video shows that even when there's a ton of snow on the ground, there's truly no stopping a colossal fight from breaking out. The video shows a group of men dressed in white t-shirts approach a group of people wearing blue t-shirts. What ends up erupting in just a moment is shocking. The fight that breaks out lasts a good 4 minutes, which means, in other words, 4 minutes of pure and utter chaos ensued. On January 12, 2010, a powerful magnitude 7 earthquake struck the nation of Haiti, which is approximately 16 miles away from the capital city of Port-au-Prince. The damage was intense, as hundreds of thousands of people sadly lost their lives due to this catastrophic earthquake. 250,000 residences were destroyed. Take a look at this scary piece of CCTV footage that shows the earthquake in action. Stay tuned for our #1 pick that will shock you. This video shows a massive truck that's on fire, going through a tunnel in China. This video takes us to the streets and shows a massive gathering of people outside in the middle of the day. But it's clear almost instantly that this group of people aren't all getting along. This is a gang fight. Things start off normal enough before a countless number of fists get thrown, resulting in one chaotic battle that was all captured by this person who recorded the situation.
Thanks for watching. Stay vigilant, friends.